back to the good old days of pride. But tell me, when was that? If you were black, we were just alive. Was it freedom on the auction block or silence in the kitchen sink? Was it war for gold and oil while the poor forgot to drink? Oh, make America great again with a pretty little lie. Wrapped up in red hats, hating scripture while the rest of us just die. You want power, not a country. You want silence, not a friend. You don't want to make it great. You want to make it yours again. You loved when the kitchen burned so long as you were fed. You praised the flag at football games while kids in cages wept instead. You cheered when the truth was silenced and facts were gagged in court. You marched with crosses lit on lawns and cried, this ain't what I fought for. Make America great again. Well, great for who and when. For the rich, the white, the Christian, straight. You want to start that fire again. But greatness is in blood and chains or facts in every den. It's justice, truth, and liberty, not the rule of violent men. Greatness ain't built on genocide. It ain't found in slave ships or Sunday lies. Ain't bombs dropped on nameless lands or in beaten back rights with gerrymandered hands. No, it's built when we own what we've done, when we pay the damn debt to everyone who's promised life and got up instead. There's no greatness in forgetting the dead. Make America.
And good morning, everybody. How are you today, or good afternoon, whatever it may be? We have a special edition of Revved Up with today. Revved Up with the Rev today here, Monday, 12/22/25. We're coming at you a little bit later in the afternoon on the East Coast. Still mid-morning there on the West Coast, heading towards noon. So anyway, welcome back. I hope you had a great weekend. Happy to be here again on Monday morning, 12/22/25. And I just want to say good morning. Welcome to Revved Up with Rev. And before we say another word, before we scroll, before we let the world start grabbing pieces of us, breathe with me. Breathe in and hold it. And out slowly. Unclench your jaw. Drop your shoulders. Let your nervous system know that right now, in this moment, you are safe. That you belong here and that you are not alone. And here's the truth that I want to set the tone with today. Here is the truth that I want to set the tone with today. Most people don't fail because they're weak. They don't burn out because they're broken. And they don't lose hope because they're lazy. Most people collapse under life because they didn't realize energy is a currency. And they've been spending it everywhere but where it matters. So today, we're doing something radical. We're not waiting for the world to decide what our energy gets used for. We are claiming it. We're budgeting it. And we're spending it with intention. Let's reset the Monday narrative. People drag themselves into Monday like they've already lost. But Monday is not punishment. Monday isn't a mountain. Monday is your power meeting. Today sets the tone for the week, not because of what happens to you, but because of how you decide to invest yourself in it. I want to repeat that. Today sets the tone for the week, and not because of what happens to you, but because of how you decide to invest yourself in it. And with that, let's head to our next segment, which is our most popular segment of the day, I feel like. The 3 daily goals. So let's get into it here. I hope everyone's been doing well with their goals. And look forward to discussing those with you over on Discord. So let's take a look at these goals through the energy lens. Let's build the frame like we always do. The three goals, three commitments, three stakes in the ground. But today, we ask different questions. Goal one, something that invests in your future. Not something that drains you, something that compounds. Think. One step that your future self will be genuinely grateful for. One step that your future self will be genuinely grateful for. Not your fantasy self, not your pressured self, not I should be more disciplined self, your real future self. Let's hear some comments. Please drop them in the chat if you'd like to, or hop on over to Discord and discuss with your peers there if you'd like. And remember that small actions are investments. Every small action you take is an investment, or should be. And you're not behind. You're planting. You're planting the seeds to grow. And then you'll water them. And then you'll tend to the plants. And then you'll harvest the fruits of your labor. The future belongs to the present you that's willing to act. The future belongs to the present you that is willing to act. And now for goal two. Something that protects your present. This is about regulation, care, boundaries, nervous system protection. Ask yourself, what keeps me human today? What keeps me grounded? What prevents the spiral? And spiraling can happen. It can be easy to get into sometimes and very difficult to get out of. So stop every morning and ask yourself, what is something that keeps me human today? What keeps me grounded? And what will prevent the spiral? This isn't indulgence. This is maintaining functionality. And goal three, something for your community. Because here's the thing that fascists and billionaire oligarchs know and don't want you to know. Power multiplies when people connect. So today, we assign energy toward connection, not doom scrolling, not arguing, and not chaos, but connection. And ask them, who do you show up for? How do I show up for you? How do you be a stabilizer? Where do you choose community over isolation? And now I'd like to go to the segment of the hard truth. We're going to say something bold and honest because pretending hasn't helped anyone. You are not drained because you're incapable. You are drained because too many people, too many platforms, too many systems, and too many crises have been spending your energy without your consent. And that leads us to our main topic and discussion of the day, which is energy budgeting. What is energy budgeting, you might ask? Let's talk plainly. You only get so much excuse me, mental energy, emotional energy, spiritual energy, creative energy, and compassionate energy. And right now, too many people are overinvesting in outrage, overfunding anxiety, underfunding rest, subsidizing chaos, underfunding joy, and underfunding purpose. So today, I want to redefine strength. Strength is not being able to carry everything. Strength is choosing what is worthy of being carried. Strength is not never breaking down. Strength is deciding what deserves your emotional investment. Strength isn't being available to everything. Strength is knowing. Access to me is a privilege. My energy has value, and I get to choose where it goes. And no is not negativity. It is resource protection. Boundaries are not walls. They're architecture. They're structure. Without them, the whole thing falls. If you don't claim your energy, the world will auction it off to the lowest bidder, not the highest. Where have you been overspending your energy? Take a moment to think about it. Where have you been overspending your energy? And let's segue over to our next segment. Who gets your energy this week? Let's do something powerful. Instead of asking, what am I doing this week? Ask yourself, who and what is worthy of my energy this week? Put it in the chat. Tell your friends, family. Head over to the Discord and discuss. Whatever you want to do. Externalize it. Remember, externalizing is very powerful and important to these kinds of changes and being present and being consistent. So who and what is worthy of my energy this week? What gets full investment? What gets a limited access? And what gets no more energy at all? Normalize boundaries. Normalize choosing yourself. Normalize choosing purpose. One of the reasons I started this pod was because I've noticed there's so much energy going around in the world today, at least in our great country of the United States, that is so focused on all of the negative things and going on. And I wanted something outside of that. I didn't want to sit there and argue on TikTok or other social platforms with MAGA. I wanted to create something in a space for people to get out of that, to focus on grounding themselves again, to focus on growing and development and connections in community. And so I'm choosing every day that I get on this podcast to give that to my energy to that, to have intention with what I'm doing and what I'm saying and where I'm at. Is it always perfect? No. Is it ever going to be? No. But I make sure that I decided to give my energy to that rather than focusing it on other things that do not serve me. And now, since I know, well, you all know how I love my daily rituals, let's get on to the energy claiming ritual. If you can, close your eyes. Hand on your chest, and the other hand open, like you're holding something. If I can get it to go on screen. There we go. And say this with me. My energy is not endless. My energy is powerful. And my energy has value. And I decide how it's spent. I refuse to be drained by systems designed to keep me exhausted. I invest in myself. I invest in my future. And I invest in my people. Today, I spend my power intentionally. And then take a deep breath. And I'd like to give you a little gentle direction forward. You don't need to do everything today. You don't need to solve your life today. You just need to stay aware, stay intentional, and stay human. And with that, I'd like to ask you that if you are interested in what we're doing here, if what we're building here matters to you, if you appreciate this content, please subscribe to the Substack. There is a free and paid version. Most content is available for the free versions, but your support monetarily is always welcome and appreciated greatly. You can join us on the Woke as Folk Discord, where we have the Revved Up with Rev daily chats, and I also stream these in the room so people can watch and discuss in real time if they choose to, outside of YouTube or Facebook or LinkedIn or Substack. You can support me via Ko-Fi if you want to invest in this work. I'll be placing all of these scripts from these podcasts on there. There are other things, song ideas and lyrics and different things that I'm working on, photographs of me traveling, landscapes, different things like that. If you're interested in any of that, I always appreciate the support. That is ko-fi.com/RevHaze. And that is REVHAZE. And right after this, we'll be headed over to the Discord space for some community reflection, where we'll discuss our goals for the day, how we did last week, and how our weekends were. And with that, I'd like to send you off with something. Your power is not hypothetical. Your strength is not symbolic. Your energy is not disposable. Spend it like it matters, because it certainly does. I love you. I am proud of you. And let's go build this week with intention. We keep going and we keep pushing forward. Thank you. Best of luck to you if you're on the 21-day journal. I know we did not touch base on that today. We will try to sometime this week. We do have the holidays for some people coming up, so that might affect some schedules. We'll see how that goes. But I appreciate you all coming in here every day and tuning in afterwards as well. Again, feel free to subscribe, like, share, comment. Every little bit of that helps me get out to more people. If you think this is a good message other people should see, all of the support that you could offer helps. And if you are willing or interested in investing or supporting me monetarily or through gifts, you can do so at my linktree.com, Ko-Fi, or any other of my sites. Thank you all. Have a great rest of your day. I will talk to you tomorrow morning.
There's a storm in your chest, there's fire in your name. They tried to dim your light, but you rose just the same. You
don't need a savior, don't need their praise. You're the voice, the spark, the house of haze. This is House of Haze, where the bullet don't break, where the soul stands tall and the silence shakes. From the roots to the sky, we light the blaze. Come alive, come strong, this is House of Haze. March with the misfits, build with the brave. We carry each other, no soul left to save. It's power we plant, not permission we chase. A new world begins in the House of Haze.